And gentlemen, it is a Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you, Charlie. We are actually recording this from my Mother's Day present, which is a new tripod, and we'll take a video quick of that to show you. It's pretty exciting. Charlie and I are usually doing our videos with a selfie stick, or sometimes you might hear Charlie's brother in the background. And one thing that we've discovered is we keep taking our videos this way with our phone when we need to go this way, and so our videos are like this big. So now that we have, we're moving up in the world, right? We're now 4.5, almost 5 months in, and we're kind of hitting our rhythm. We have some other things that we still want to add to our business, but we have the tripod, so hopefully our videos will be a little bit better because of that. Actually the last couple of days have been kind of a bummer. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's been just really, we're in Minnesota, and it's been really cold and windy, and we love to be outside. In fact, Charlie, you're not even a huge gamer. You play some video games, but you prefer to be outside if you can be outside. And this weekend has been cold, and it's actually raining right now. So that's been a bummer. And then we also got news this week that my older son, who is a senior in high school, his name is Jackson. He's going to the University of Wisconsin-Madison next year, which we're super excited about, and we hope that he will be able to start in the fall. But it was a sad week because we found out that his baseball season for the summer is now canceled. So not only is he a senior and his graduation has been pretty much canceled, prom has been canceled, his baseball high school season was canceled, but now we are finding out that the summer baseball season is canceled as well. So with that and the weather, it's just been kind of a bummer. So what did we do yesterday?
Yesterday, we were staying inside because it was not good weather, and we listed our death pile with my brother, and that made it 10 times faster. And
totally.
Yeah, it made it way faster.
Go ahead.
Also, if you didn't see my video yet, our last video, I did my first retail arbitrage, and if you don't know what that is, it is basically when you get something for retail, you get it at retail price when it drops, and then you try to flip it and make money. And this wasn't the best, I guess, but
it's a good place to start.
It's just a starting point.
I think when you do retail arbitrage, you need to be something that you're passionate in and something you're knowledgeable of, which Charlie really is. He did a sneaker flip, or he's working on a sneaker flip, so we will link that in our video here so that you can check that out, or just check out our YouTube channel and you'll see it. It's only about a 6 or 7 minute video, but it's our first attempt at retail arbitrage. And if you are a sneaker geek like Charlie and you have any advice for him, we would love to hear it. He's always interested in it. He's very in tune with StockX, and the other one is GOAT, which we're finding is a little bit more difficult to sell on, and I don't even know if they're taking new sellers right now or not. So anyway, we're practicing and we're learning, and we appreciate any comments or any advice for that. So let's get into it. Charlie, what are we doing today?
Today is our What Sold Sunday, but this isn't just of last week since our sales have been slow. April was really good, but May's been really slow. So we are going to be doing What Sold Sunday of the past 2 weeks starting on April 26th. First up for our sales on eBay, I actually got this from my cousin. It's an American Eagle men's medium flannel, which we got $14 and buyer paid shipping. Next up is the American Eagle blue chino shorts that my brother only wore once on spring break, and these sold for $15 and the buyer paid shipping. This is a Champion University of Minnesota Duluth hoodie that we let go for $16 and the buyer paid shipping, and it was sold to a local eBay shopper. Next, we got the Studio West maxi dress that was pre-owned by my mom, and it sold for $15.99. Next, we got the Mosimo tank top, and it only sold for $7, but it was a bin find, and we got decent money out of it, I guess. Now we got a Robert Graham short sleeve button up, which sold for $42 and the buyer paid shipping. And we found this actually during a basketball tournament right before our game where my mom went to a Goodwill up in Forest Lake, Minnesota. This is a Nike Golf Tour Performance Polo, which sold for $22 and the buyer paid shipping. And we were hoping we would get more out of this because it's a really nice shirt, but we found it in the bins, so it was cheap and we got $22 out of it still. These are some JoyLab extra small leggings that we got for $16 and the buyer paid shipping, and we got these from our local Goodwill. These are a set of 2 Adidas and Under Armour youth medium shorts that were previously owned by me, and we sold them for $10.50 and they paid shipping for $5. This is a Thule or Tulle, I don't know how to pronounce it, Anthropology black wool coat, and they got it for $18 almost, and they paid $11 shipping, and I think that was a steal for them. This Mickey Mouse top was one of the first things that we ever had in our closet that we got at our local Goodwill, and it didn't sell for very much, but at least we got it out of our closet, and we sold it for $6 and $3.80 shipping. These are some men's Crocs Loafers that my dad had owned previously that sold for $31 and the buyer paid shipping. We were cleaning out our closet and we got $31 out of it. This is an SS Lazio size small in US that we got at the bins and we sold for $29.99 and the buyer paid shipping. We find a lot of these soccer jerseys at the bins, and I couldn't even tell you what team it is or anything about it because I don't know anything about soccer really. And this is the North Face women's extra small zip up that we found at the bins, and it was gently used, and we sold for $17, so good money made off of that. First, for our Mercari sales, we have a Harley Davidson sleeveless button-up, and we sold it for $23, but we paid shipping. Next up, we have a Polaris cap that we sold for $12, and we paid shipping. This American Eagle t-shirt short sleeve also belonged to my cousin that sold for $13, but we paid shipping. This is a New York company jumpsuit, extra small. We got this out of our thread up box, our women's thread up box, and we sold it for $19. And the same day that we listed it is when we sold it. And our final sale on Mercari in the past 2 weeks was these Lee jeans, and they were new with tags, and we meant to make them pay shipping on these $20 jeans, but we accidentally made ourselves pay shipping, so we didn't make as much money as we thought we would. And starting off strong with the Poshmark sales, we have this gorgeous red Talbot shoulder bag that we sold for $35. Now we got the Levi's Slimming Skinny Jean that sold for $15. This was found at the bins. It was new with tags, a Champion sweater that also sold for $15. This is part of a consignment deal with one of our friends. These are a new with tags Tom's red plaid loafers that sold for $35. Also part of our consignment deal, this is a Cabby Black Tech zip-up jacket that sold for $45, and we have a lot of Cabby in our closet right now, so make sure to go check that out.
So that's what sold over the last 2 weeks. Again, it's been a little bit slow. Isn't that cool? I've got this little remote. I can snap my video on and off. Pretty exciting. I'm just worried I'm going to lose this little sucker because it's tiny. Anyway, forgot to mention that yesterday too was kind of fun. The boys, I have not had my hair done. You can see it's getting really long, but the boys actually did me a favor yesterday. I was able to get my hands on some hot hair dye, some salon hair dye. Did a safe handoff with someone I know that works in the salon business. Anyway, she gave us some hair dye, and Jackson and Charlie both were kind enough to play my beauticians and get rid of my gray. So what do you think? I think they did a nice job.
It smells disgusting. Well, it did smell disgusting. I hated that smell.
But hey, you do that for your mom on Mother's Day weekend, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. The things we do, Mom. Dye your hair.
The things we do.
Mm-hmm.
So what else did we do last night, Charlie?
Last night we watched a new Amazon Prime Video of a new show called The Upload, or just Upload. It's by Greg Daniels, and he has created The Office, Parks and Recreation, and The Simpsons. He's been created all that. He's been involved with those shows. And it's not like those shows. It's not like a comedy, or at least yet that we know of.
It's kind of a dramedy, I think they call it. It's got some drama and some comedy in it.
And basically what it's about is this dude dies, but they're in a future, they're 2033 is what the year that they're in. And when you die, you either choose to like die or you go to this place. If you're rich, you go to the upload, which is like this fantasy afterlife, and you stay there for the rest of your life, and you basically live a fantasy life of whatever you want.
And you can still communicate with the people that are still on Earth and have not uploaded or died yet. So anyway, it's interesting. It's an interesting premise. But let us know what you guys are watching, because we're certainly running out of shows that we can watch as a family. That one maybe is a little family friendly for, I would say, 14 on up. And Charlie, you're almost 15. But there was a couple parts in there. Maybe not quite so family friendly. But what are you watching out there with your family? And of course, don't forget, check us out on
Instagram, TikTok, Mercari, eBay, Poshmark.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. And we have been really trying to get our Instagram kind of going. So if you have the heart, would you please go ahead and like us and I guess friend us on Instagram. We're trying to keep the content, quality content. That's actually what your logo says, quality content. So with that said, Charlie, we'll see you.
Catch you on the flippity flip.